What is going on, Commander fans? Welcome to Taking Command with Josh Taylor here on the YouTube channel, and this is a huge video. One, because I have some huge news to announce, and two is because I have some takeaways and some notes from the final open training camp practice that I was at today in Ashburn, Virginia. I have a new sponsor for the show, and if you can see, if you can pay attention, you can notice who it is here on the screen. But a little bit of backstory. So I had a former show that I started years ago, literally from nothing, brought it up, got signed to a network. But before I was with this network, Manscaped was a sponsor of mine, and I love their products. Literally still use them today. Literally have my soap out of my shower that I came to show y'all today. So literally use their products every day. But when I signed on to his network, we weren't allowed to have other sponsors because they had their own. Nonetheless, I rebranded, started over by myself with the name change as the Commanders. So I got an email not too long ago from them saying, hey, Josh, we would love to work together for this football initiative, this huge program, and test things out and try to land a long-term deal. So I'm excited to announce that from now to September 15th, we are running a trial with Manscaped to see if we can land a long-term deal, which, as if you've been paying attention, this content stuff is my life. This is what I want to do for a living. So if you support me, support the channel. First off, subscribe to the channel. And second off, support the sponsor with Manscaped. One, because it's me and you love me. And second, because they have phenomenal products. Now, the thing about this is I feel so good coming out of training camp today. I'm going to be doing a huge giveaway just to show support with the sponsor. And then also I told y'all if I get to go to training camp this year, which I got to go to 3, that I would be giving some stuff away because I got so much stuff autographed. And don't worry, I'm going to get to the training camp notes. But like I said, guys, this is super important. As I said, we're going to be running this month-long just trial. And depending on how things go with how many stuff is bought with my promo code, we're going to land a long-term deal. So for the full football season, as long as they are a sponsor, I'm going to be giving stuff away with Manscaped and then also with some Washington Commander stuff. But as you see there, the promo code is Command20 because you can get 20% off of your full cart when you use that promo code. But nonetheless, support for Taking Command with Josh Taylor is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's Performance Package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. And that is what they sent me. And I've bought probably 3 or 4 in the last few months and given it to friends and family. Guy at work actually wanted one, gave him one too. Join over 6 million worldwide men who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer. Like I said, 20% off if you use the promo code Command20 because we command a clean hygiene men. And for the women that watch the channel, if there's a special man in your life or there's someone that you're trying to catch the attention of, this is a phenomenal way to do so. The Performance Package 4.0 has arrived, and oh man, it is a game changer. Kind of like Brian Robinson is going to be in the running game. Inside this package, you'll find the Lawnmower 4.0, which is going to be replacing my 3.0. My 3.0 is not going to be thrown away because this thing is phenomenal. Look at this. The slickest, cleanest razor I've ever seen in my life. So guys, can't stress this enough. Super excited for this sponsorship. So thank everyone. I started this channel like in April, right when the draft, like right before the draft. Maybe even like late March. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I can get monetized and just take this to the moon. The Sam Howell short video did like 46,000 views. I'm telling you, Sam Howell effect is real, guys. But nonetheless, the giveaway on this, I'll go ahead and announce that because I don't want to wait. So if you subscribe to the channel and you comment which player you are most excited to see Week 1 versus the Jaguars, you will be entered to win the perfect package. I will buy you a perfect package. And, which, by the way, the perfect package includes the Lawnmower 4.0, the Weed Whacker nose trimmer, which I've been dying for. I have awful nose hair, apparently. I hate to admit it, but this is going to help me out. Also, with the Crop Preserver, the ball deodorant, the Crop Reviver, the Ball Spray Toner, which is at training camp today. I was sweating, but I had my toner on, secretly. The Magic Mat, which is the disposable shaving mats. And then you also get 2 free gifts with the travel bag, which is like a $40 value. And then also the boxers, which I wear all the time, and this sick shirt. This is the most comfortable shirt I've ever owned. But I will also include a random, because y'all know I loved cards. I got so many cards signed at training camp. I have this one I didn't get at training camp, but it's a autographed Terry McLaurin rookie Redskins jersey card. I got another jersey card, Terry McLaurin rookie jersey patch. But then I've got Carson Wentz Colts card. I got Jamin Davis rookie Kentucky card. Carson Wentz Eagles, but here comes the Washington ones. Antonio Gibson Memphis. Antonio Gibson rookie Redskins card. Cole Turner Nevada card. De'Ami Brown autograph card. Curtis Samuel autograph card in the quarter there. Taylor Heineke card. And then also Brian Robinson Alabama card signed on the back. So a ton of stuff. So if you subscribe to the channel and comment which player you're excited about, you will be entered to win that. But there's a little catch. You can win even more. If you go over to Manscapes and use that promo code COMMAND20, it doesn't matter what you get, how much you spend. It does not matter. Go over to COMMAND20, buy something on manscaped.com, and you will be entered to win this autograph. You can't really see it because my camera sucks with glossy stuff. A new mini helmet signed by Jonathan Allen. It's in the corner there. You can see it at training camp. Got him to sign it. So all you have to do is use the code and let me know in the comments, or go over to my Twitter page, which you can see at the bottom here at Josh Taylor FB, and you will be entered to win the helmet, including this stuff. So you will get a giant package of the best men's hygiene equipment out there, a autographed card, and then also you'll be entered to win this mini helmet. But the only way you can be entered to win the mini helmet is if you use the promo code COMMAND20 at manscaped.com. Like I said, it does not matter what you get. Comment here, and I will put your name in saying, hey, this is what I got. Or if you follow me on Twitter, on this side, as you can tell, Josh Taylor FB, shoot me a DM, hit me in the mentions, doesn't matter. I'll send a tweet out for this. I know this has kind of been a long intro, but I just want to let y'all know, thank you for the support. And we are well on the way to 1,000 subscribers. I mean, I got a notification saying we're almost at 80,000 views, which is bonkers in a few months. But nonetheless, thank you, and I want to give back to y'all. Now, training camp. This is like I said, this was the final day at training camp, and I actually got a lot of takeaways. If you follow me on Twitter, you would see all the videos that I put out today. But let's talk about Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, I think, looked really good in that first preseason game against the Panthers. So I wanted to see what kind of changes, what kind of adjustments the team was going to make. You know, one real game was played. What would practice look like? And I think Carson Wentz was on fire today at practice. There was one red zone trip. This is probably the highlight of the whole day. He had 3 straight touchdowns on 3 straight passes. I posted the video of the Jahan Dotson one, which Jahan Dotson got open because he's just a filthy route runner. But the ball placement by Carson Wentz, everything was spot on. Then I want to say the next one was a touchdown to Terry McLaurin, or it was De'Ami Brown. It was one of the two. But then the next play, I want to say the third one was De'Ami Brown. So just back-to-back touchdowns for Carson Wentz. But even before then, he's launching like a 40-yard bomb to De'Ami Brown that I showed, who De'Ami Brown had the best day I've seen him have at camp ever. I mean, not even just the touchdown, the long ball from Carson Wentz. I think it was Taylor Heineke threw him another touchdown. He had like 2 touchdowns in practice today on 11-11s, where he just fully extended and went up and got the ball. I mean, it was just the De'Ami Brown from North Carolina that I'm used to seeing. And I think we'll see more of that deep threat De'Ami Brown this season in practice and training camp, but also in the games. So I'm expecting big De'Ami Brown stocks to be going up. What else looks good? Dotson always looks good. Terry always looks good. Curtis Samuel always looks good. But Brian Robinson. So that was the thing I wanted to see, is how Gibson and how Brian Robinson were used, and also like when they started, when they played, what teams are they with in practice. They both got runs with the 1s. They both got runs with the 2s. But the thing that, we've heard all week is that Antonio Gibson's been used as a kick returner, which he did a ton of in college. So did Jahan Dotson. He was one of the best kick returners in the Big Ten last year. But Gibson killed it at Memphis when he was in college returning kicks. And shout out to Jalen. He called this as something that possibly could be in the works, after we drafted Brian Robinson. So got to give him kudos there. He's doing his homework. Go over there and follow his channel. But so I wanted to see how they were used. And Jahan Dotson was like the starting kick returner guy right there with Dax Milne today. Antonio Gibson got a few carries back there, but he was also used as a gunner too, like on the other side of special teams. A lot of the running backs did. I think the only one I really didn't see doing it was Brian Robinson, but I might have just missed it. But nonetheless, those two, Gibson and B-Rob, both ran with the ones, both ran with the twos. I think B-Rob had the better day today. Not taking anything away from Gibson, but just for me, he just looks like we know he's the more true running back. And it shows every time he touches the ball. This is the Brian Robinson that I watched for all 5 years at Alabama. And that's the thing. Like, he was at Alabama, but he wasn't like run to the ground. He didn't really run that much until his last season at Alabama. So he still has all this tread on his tires. But he has that experience still. And he knows he did not fumble once in college last year with all those touches that he had at Alabama. He did not fumble. And that is the one thing that really separates him from Gibson. He's a precise runner. When he sees the hole, he trusts his eyes. He goes for it. If the hole closes, he can bounce out quick and find that secondary entryway through the line. B-Rob is a natural runner, and it just shows. It showed in the game. It shows every practice. I think we will continue to see that. I think I could see the splits being 50-50. I don't know who's going to be listed as, running back one on the depth chart, but nonetheless, I could see it being split 50-50. But he looked really good in practice today. Who else looks good? On the defense, there's two guys I wanted to talk about because they've been a huge, topic in the offseason, but they're young. So that was the thing I really wanted to harp on. And I said, right when James Bradbury was available, I said, there is no need to get James Bradbury, and I'm going to tell you why. And I got so roasted for it, but it's okay. If you watch the tapes, Kendall Fuller and Will Jackson had their best moments of the season in the second half of the season. The last 5, 6, 7 game stretch, that is when they were at their best. And Kendall Fuller was phenomenal on the outside. He had a very underrated season on that outside, but we played so many big packages, and, we did have some nickel. When you have to have a slot corner on the game, but there's also these big nickel packages where Landon Collins was kind of like that third linebacker, hybrid role, Buffalo, whatever you want to call it. He was that extra big backer, whether it's 5 DBs, 6 DBs, did not matter. We ran some 5-2 or there's 5 on the line, 2 linebackers. So we just mixed it up a lot. But I said, there's no need to go get James Bradbury and pay a ton of money to another corner, because Kendall Fuller and Will Jackson are going to be on the outside. And I said, Ben St-Juste will play in the slot because he is long, he's lengthy, he's physical, and I would love to see him there. And they said, no, Josh, no, he is not a slot corner. And I said, yes, he is. Just trust me. And sure enough, the season training camp started with St-Juste in the corner, and the slot as a slot corner. And that is exactly what I knew was going to happen. So I feel good about that. And actually got to talk to Del Rio after practice today. He gave his hat away to this one kid. And he was just signing some autographs, talking to some fans. And I just simply asked him, like, hey, coach, what do you think about St-Juste in the slot? And he said, I love him in the slot. He had a grin. He said, I love St-Juste in the slot. And I said, hey, me too, coach. Keep him there. Keep my guy in the slot, because he's that long, lengthy, physical slot corner that can run with the wide receivers. These smaller, shiftier guys, he can bully them around. But these tight ends, these big route running tight ends in the league, he can keep up with them, but he also has the length and the physicality to keep up with the tight ends. So I'm very encouraged that Jack Del Rio, for all the things he does wrong, has stuck to his guns and said, look, Will Jackson and Kendall Fuller were great on the outside. Let's not ruin that. And guys, this St-Juste guy, he can really lock him down in the slot. So I was super excited to see that. And then Jamin Davis. Obviously, it seems like half the fan base wanted to trade him to the Bears once his Roquan Smith stuff came out. I love Jamin Davis. I'm a huge Jamin Davis stan. I know fans know that I am. And it's hard for a rookie linebacker to come in. I can't remember really one rookie linebacker that just came in right off the jump. And of course, people are going to look across the NFC East, like Micah Parsons. But they put him in a position where he was thriving, whether it's the DN, if it was coming after the quarterback mostly, but also in the linebacker spot. Like, their defense just moved things around so much. We needed Jamin Davis to turn into this coverage linebacker and quick. And I think he's really catching on to that. We've heard people saying all offseason he looks like a completely different player. And he's been putting in a lot of work. I ran into him in the Austin airport, as a lot of y'all know. And I was just like, he was actually heading down to Austin to work out. He was with Landon Collins, actually. This was back beginning of July. It was like right around my birthday. And he was just putting in a ton of work this offseason. And I was like, man, like, look, it's well known that some of the fan base does not have faith in Jamin Davis. But I know for a fact this guy is going to show up this season. And I've seen a lot in practice. I've seen a lot of changes. I remember how he looked last season, not even just in the games, but in practice leading up to training camp. We were like, oh, man, I don't know about this Jamin Davis guy. Like, I hope, in the game, like the real speed, he really catches up to it. And he had some big flashes. I think the Buffalo game was super underrated, and I think the Raiders game was super underrated for him. But I was very encouraged by what I saw in the Panthers game. If y'all know, Jamal, he does the Trap or Dive channel, does phenomenal breakdowns. He was in the scouting academy with me actually at the same time, and I watch his stuff all the time. So if you don't follow the Trap or Dive channel, if you're a Washington fan, you need to follow it because he does phenomenal breakdowns. He actually just did one on Jamin Davis, but Jamin showed a lot of flashes in that game. And at camp today, and I'm not saying this was like a game being played at camp. This wasn't like a really light day. This wasn't like some like hard nose, like 100% practice. I'd say dude's going 75, 80% of practice. But what I really liked about Jamin Davis was he was trusting his vision. He was instinctive. He wasn't hesitant. He wasn't really waiting for plays to develop like he did at times last season. He just trusted his instincts as a linebacker and went in, and he was great in coverage. That is what I loved. He was fighting hands. He was breaking up passes, deflecting stuff. I mean, I posted one video, but I counted probably 3 or 4 times he deflected a pass across the middle. Quarterbacks throw across the middle a ton in training camp too. Like, whether it's wide receivers, running backs, tight ends, doesn't matter. They throw across the middle a ton, but Jamin Davis looked great. But it was a great time. I mean, even afterwards, like I said, being one of the last practices, I mean, I finally got Jahan Dotson, who love this guy to death. I got to brag on him. You can't really see it. Signed my Penn State helmet. Finally, I tried to get it the last times I was there. Couldn't get it, but I got it this time. But with Jahan Dotson, and this just, this isn't the Penn State bias. This dude is insane. Not even just on the field, but I paid attention to him when he wasn't on the drill, and I posted this on Twitter too. Whenever he's not on the field in a drill, he will literally go get a football out of the ball bag and just hold on to it. And I told my Penn State group chat guys, I'm like, dude, every time he's not on the field, he has to go get a ball and hold on to it. When we drafted him, he was on the private jet holding a football. He was at the first press conference with a football. And my buddy Dylan was like, dude, he did that at Penn State all the time. He would just walk around campus with a football in his hands. Like, that's just what he was known. Like, that's who he was known as. Like, he was himself 100% authentic all the time. But then also, like, he was just a football, like, addict. Like, he had to have one in his hands at all times. So I thought that was awesome. That guy who's just obsessed with the game, but just carries such class. I'm so excited for what Jahan Dotson's going to do on this team. But nonetheless, I thought it was a really good practice. I think I really hate to say this because there's a lot of Heineke fans and people know I'm not too big on him, but he had a really bad practice. I mean, there was a couple ducks. I mean, I showed the wide open touchdown he missed. And people know I love Sam Howell, and it's not just because of that. I think Sam Howell looked good today. Another thing I noticed, and Ron talked about it on training camp, this might be like my exit little discussion on it, but they mixed things up a lot today. The ones on offense ran with the ones on defense and the twos. Like, they interchanged. Like, Sam Howell's with the first team offense, and they faced the second string defense. But then he would also be with like the third string offense and run against the first string defense. And that's when I really paid attention the most. Ron said he liked what he saw out of Sam Howell, but he saw this as an opportunity to really ramp things up, to see what he can do against a first team defense, not, the backup Panthers that he saw on Saturday. And I thought he looked great. There's a couple times, he missed a throw here and there, a couple drops in the end zone. There was one tight end caught it and he dropped it. I couldn't remember who it was. But he had some good plays. He put together a great day of practice. But if you're a Washington fan, you have to be super excited about his development. I'm not pushing this guy as quarterback one. I think Carson's going to kill it this season. I really do. I just see the way he throws the ball. I see the connection he has with these wide receivers now. He's getting things going. He was very efficient on Saturday. He didn't force any stupid throws, and that's what we want to see out of Carson. But I'm excited about the development of Sam Howell. But once again, great practice. Really looking forward to the Kansas City game. And then, of course, they play Baltimore, and then we finally get the season going. If I hit 1,000 subscribers by week 1, I'm going to give a jersey away. So if you're not subscribed, please do. Because like I said, as soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers, that's when I'm going to get this thing monetized. But in the meantime, head over and subscribe to the channel anyways, because I've always got great things cooking up. And like I said, guys, I'm excited to be bringing Manscaped to the channel. And go get that promo code COMMAND20 to get all of your products. Doesn't matter if it's the Weed Whacker, the soap, the hair body wash, the Crop Reviver, the 4.0. But who doesn't love free stuff? So once again, subscribe. Comment which player you are looking forward to the most in week 1 against the Jaguars. And if you buy something, use the promo code COMMAND20 and let me know in the comments or hit me up on Twitter. And you will be entered to win this gorgeous, the best helmet in the league. This matte helmet signed by the one and only Jonathan Allen. You can see it a little bit better here now. Because this is going to look great. You can put it right next to your family pictures in the living room if your wife will let you. Or if you're like me, you can put it in your man cave of an office. But guys, had a good time. Love seeing everyone at training camp. Love meeting up with everyone. Met a ton of great people this year. Always a good time. Come out to FedEx Field for week 1. Can't stress it enough. It is always a good time. I will see y'all on the next episode. I'm going to be dropping another video. I might drop a bonus one on y'all. But since it's so close to the end of the week, I might just wait and do a reaction video to the Kansas City game. Really watched that a couple times. Honestly, I watched the Panthers game 2 or 3 times, which is kind of sad, but I love it. But I'm going to watch the Kansas City game once or twice, really look things over, and then give you my reactions and breakdowns on what I saw from that game from this team as we ramp up for week 1. And I will see y'all next time. Subscribe, like, and let me know what y'all think about the content I'm dropping. If you want to see something extra, put that in the comments too. But as always, I'm Josh Taylor on here with Taking Command with Josh Taylor YouTube channel, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Yes.
Let's go, Jamin.